My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. This build, by the way, talked about it a little bit at the start of the last episode. We'll talk about how it's developed since then, or just catch you up to speed if you're just here to watch it shred through things. We're capable of generating enough energy for Starbeam to come out on turn 1 from Starspawn, which hits all enemies for wild damage twice, as well as gives power to the Starspawn. We've also got Golden Age, as well as aging on all of our characters, so anyone gets to 4 age and they miraculously become older immediately. And Ether Breath. For the first 20, for every 20 ether consumed by allies, apply 2 power to this monster and trigger an attack against all enemies for 3/2 wild damage, which triggers only once per combat. For every 20 ether, only once. Anyhow, it is really good for us. It clears out a lot of fights. We got a big tank here in Zoe, and then we also have Grimoire, who applies burn to all enemies for every 2 age. I'm not really sure what we're doing with that just yet, but it seemed like it would be able to do something dumb. So I picked it. Oh, 2 skill rerolls. Huge. Yeah, so double Amit and Sphinx is one of the probably scariest fights for us. These enemies have a lot of health and they regenerate quite quickly. Start off with an energy charm. Then big old wild ritual. I can't do it on turn 1, right? I'm pretty sure I can't do it on turn 1. Actually, if I did energy charm, then Starbeam, that gives Unleashed Tome on the... Oh no, but Unleashed Tome can't be used because I already used a free action in the energy charm. But I could probably do that exact same thing with Crystal Charge instead. Then I have to get enough to use... Anyway, energy charm. Big ol' Starbeam to all these enemies. Which did not generate an additional ether. Interesting. Yeah, that went pretty badly, actually. I'm certain I could have done that a lot better. I mean, Starbeam out on turn 1. So much damage. That guy was fully defended. This hits all enemies. So all hit him with Lava Tide. It also staggers the Sphinx for us. So energy charm for a little energy bump there. Then, oh my god, that triggers Ether Breath. That's not what I wanted. I should have looked at that first. Starbeam wants to trigger Ether Breath because it would have staggered them. But then wild damage was also getting them further. It was probably fine either way. Drop big old Winter's Guard there for wild energy. Unleashed Tome is active. Unfortunately, I can't use it. I could use a reactivate in order to use it, but I don't want to. Guess this is a good opportunity to crystal charge for some additional age. Yeah, but these enemies having like 2/3 of their health still left after Aether Breath is already triggered. I'm starting to get pretty nervous. This is good damage and good purge. It's not really going to interrupt anything, though. Wild Ritual will set up for... Perfect. Starbeam. Almost eliminated to target on fields. Thankfully, I can finish that job myself. That would have been a good position for Drip Punch. The health! Yikes. I need the final aura on all of my characters to really pull this together. It's certainly not like things are bad right now, but they could definitely be better. I'm just going to hit you with a Thorn of Ages. I mainly care about the Thorn of Ages for the fact that it'll give me the ability to basically instantly stagger a hand. Or even, Chernobog in the final fight. Sick. XP for Grimoire. Oh! Okay. There it is. That is Nyx. All I have to do is collect you, and that is my 25th unique memento. Oh yeah, I can totally do this. I can unleash Tome on turn 1. Get with that big Star Beam. And that Tome looks ready to unleash. Does very little damage on that. I'm just gonna Lava Fling for the 3 burn to everyone. And then 3 more burns specifically to the... Wait, hang on, that unit's staggered. Oops. Thankfully, it'll be staggered at the start of the next turn. I can get it then. Memento unlocked, heal Ether Poison. That also could have been cool in this build. Earth and Water, of course, as types. This is great. Use a crystal charge here, and that will set up our Unleashed Tome. Also, Aether Breath triggers. I'm gonna go with the AoE. Then a simple basic attack sets up the right energy for Starbeam to come through and just shred. And then we can leave the Sphinx there to buff all its allies. Great energy charm. And here's the moment of truth. We get the Aura of Starspawn. On action, if it was the monster's second action of the turn, generate Wild Aether. Not great. On attack, deals a hit with damage equal to the total power of the party. I mean, I do end up with a decent amount of power, but if I hit everyone, does this then also give an additional hit to everyone? I mean, I guess it's still good for single target attack. It's just an extra hit to each of mine. It's based on the power in the party, so it doesn't have like a good base defense, good base damage, but it will get stronger over the course of... I feel like I should re-roll here because these aren't that good. Decay is okay. It's okay at the moment. I'll take it. Synchronous Mastery this. Well, Ancient Power. For every 3 age, gain 1 power. I do like that, but Synchronous Mastery is going to give me power quite quickly. No, give me Ancient Power. No, that's correct. That's correct. Decay, Ancient Power, Synchronous Mastery. We see the same kinds of things here. I don't think you need Decay. Or even Ancient Power. You don't really do damage. That's not your thing. Here it is. Endless Endurance. Gains aging. For every 3 age, apply Redirect Self and Shield Self for 2/6. Exactly what I wanted to see on you. Okay, now the book just needs to get a good result. Those were both pretty good. Lance. Convert the first hit of each attack into wild damage. Wild damage +4, just across the board on this character. I think the Starspawn needs to wear it for just that reason. It also has 20% power chance. Perfect. In my wildest dreams, I couldn't have imagined. That's like 40% more base damage for the... Although I guess I don't really care about base damage, but it's significant.
Your book still seems to be ablaze. Grimoire, was it?
Correct.
Do you think its pages ever finish burning up?
I think that only happens on death.
Ah, the eternal fire extinguisher. Death itself.
I love him. Meteorite, epic. On support action, convert a Wild Aether, shield self at 5, Earth Generator. Is that better than Wild Conversion +1, Evasion 10? Yeah, Wild Conversion's almost irrelevant. So I lose Evasion 10% in order to shield self for more on each support action. The thing is that creature is already shielding itself enough. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll target the Naga first. It feels like a trap, but it's still the best unit to target first here. I think, right now. Crystal Charge, good. I'll set up on that. By 16 against all enemies from the Starbeam immediately. Cool. I will take Wild Aether this turn because it's going to be really good to be able to set up Crystal Charge. And then I even have the ability to use another Crystal Charge afterwards. Which actually gets me one away from Aether Breath triggering on the first turn. The earlier I trigger it, the better off. Oh, there we go. Triggered at the end of that turn because we consumed a Wild Aether from Voidburn. The earlier it triggers, the better off for me because it does give 2 power to the creature that attacks every enemy every turn. Yeah, it does turn out to be pretty useful. If I can get one of those shields that gives age to all of your allies with age, that would be incredible on Zoe. And I'd take it on the Grimoire as well. I don't need to generate random ether. I'm going to go Burn Wave for the damage. Energy Charm on the field just because it can. Oh boy. Starbeam for 40 damage to all of the enemies. Yeah. So it is very much the Amit fight that screws us. I'm gonna... Can I not? Crystal Charge is already queued in as a free action there. I want that to be the last thing I do this turn. Or do this fight, rather. I don't think it'll persist, based on the fact that I didn't use Zoe in this last turn, but we'll see. Grimoire. A Ether Fiend, when this monster purchases or steals ether, generate an additional ether. Nope. And also this monster takes 1 more damage from all hits. No. Synchronous Mastery. No. Disruptive Prime. Synchronous Mastery. 5 ether of the same element. Purge an ether. Gain power. And Disruptive Prime for every 3 ether purged or stolen by this monster. Apply power to self. Also worth noting, Synchronous Mastery only triggers up to once per element per combat. So it's not like every time I go over 5 wild ether I get a power, which would have made it insane. Reroll. All of those, bad. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem right here. Ether Shield. When this monster generates or consumes ether, shield self equal to the amount of consumed or generated ether. I'll take that, literally just because it's shield. Burning Fire is burn related, but it's when I use ether, burn all enemies, and what I need is when I burn all enemies, do X. Starspawn gets an experience. You'll level up after the next fight then. This one's going to be Cook. not just Tonkeries right here. Right? Yeah. Oh. That's a shifted deucer. Do want that. Yes, I do, sir. You're spending quite some gold at that shady merchant, aren't you? I hope you're keeping track of the tab you're running up with me. One day, you're gonna pay up for all those meals your monsters have taken. Oh, yeah. Wait, are you serious? No, you're serious. Your monsters will always eat for free, don't worry. Just let them know ahead of time if you plan to bring them by the restaurant. Okay? Let me know ahead of time. I'll reserve a room for them. Or even better, the whole restaurant. New perk at the cost of some corruption. I mean, I think it should be Zoe, because if I can get a defensive perk, it's going to be insane. Also, Zoe can clear all of these very easily. Aether +1. Just, I could have gotten 10 more health, and admittedly, it's not bad. I'm probably going to take the opportunity to get 5 more health right here. But I think the additional Aether will serve us better. Definitely don't want to target deuces first. Okay, I get my crystal charge. Hell yeah. I should save that Void Crystal for the Tonkeries fight. I don't need to clear debuff from my allies right now, I don't think. I'm gonna attack literally just to charge the tome. Void. Consume a wild ether to apply power on itself. I mean, honestly, at that point, this point, that is to say, this early in the fight, yeah, it's a pretty good idea. And heck yeah, I can finish the stagger on that top line. Yucky shield. I should probably use the Winter's Guard this turn. Gotta use that energy charm, though. It's free energy. Oh, boy. I still don't have that guy? I still don't have a Scorpion. I'm gonna catch a Scorpion. Unfortunately, it's Ether Breath time. Circuits. Earth, Wind, Poison, Shield, and Force. Okay. 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 Do some AoE damage and stagger with the Lava Tide right there. Oh, we're gonna end this turn with a lot of energy. Screw it. I'm gonna wild ritual here, so I use 4 ether to generate 5 ether, and then all of that's gonna get consumed. That's 8 times 3 damage. Wait. That's not how it works at all. It literally consumes 2 wild ether. It can do a maximum of 6 damage to me. The entire time, I was thinking if I had, 10 wild ether at the end of the zone, I'd just be doming Domavoy for... Grimoire for 30 damage. That's not how that works at all, Raps. Oh, this is so much better. Oh! Oh, I'm going to be stacking some wild ether. Star Spawn. Power Brand. Heal target ally. Apply 3 temporary power. Overhead Smash. No. Icy Assault. That does a lot of damage. I know that does a lot of damage on the Star Spawn because it's multiple. Oh boy. It is good single target damage. And I'm not using Water Ritual. It's going to be really good against the boss near the end. I should take it. Just with the amount of power that I'll have, eventually it'll be so much better than Starbeam. It replaces Water Ritual because I took Water Ritual very excitedly and then I've never used it. Hey, Zoe gains an experience. Sick. I gotta say, Whirlpools are pretty good. Whirlpool, 4x4, water damage against the target enemy on interrupt applied to Age to Self. That said, I'm not going to have many opportunities to interrupt with Zoe. Ancient Blast, 4x5 rather, water fire damage against the target enemy, deals an additional 5 damage hit for every 3 age stacks. You do end up with a decent amount of age stacks. Do you have a free move to lose though? I could lose Brace. I don't need that Retaliate. I don't benefit much from that Retaliate. Oh my god, I can use this Soul Altar to hit the Hecatoncheires and Chernobyl fight. No, Chernobog fight. There we go. Alright, I'm clearly tired because I'm getting the word adjacent to the word that I want to say every time I try and speak. Replace a perk. Initial Shield 5 is garbage on Star Spawn. Corruption Cleanse can be removed on Zoe at this point. Okay, no, we'll do Star Spawn, Initial Shield 5, and I mean, damn. Increase all damage by 1. It's just like having 1 power. Yeah, whatever. I think defense, honestly, just prevent this unit from dying. There's also the Ether. No, give me the Ether. I'm doing it. I can't get another one, right? No. Yeah, this one's a weird one because I need to stagger that. Do so. I need to make sure that it gets staggered before it gets dead. We're not going to be unleashing Tome on the first turn. Honestly, I think that's a little bit of a trap. Because it takes away my ability to just generate a stupid amount of wild ether. and then use that to figure out what the hell I do with all this wild ether. Also, because I can get Aether's breath. Oh wow, it staggers it regardless of who I target. That's so cool. There goes Crystal Charge. I get a little older. Aether Breath staggers Deucer for us, who I will catch at the start of the next turn. I can't believe I haven't seen a Minakawa this time. I saw like 2 in each of my last couple runs, I think. Or maybe I'm just making it much more prominent in my memory because it was so goddamn cool. It's like, I don't like Skarmory from Pokemon. Largely as just like a condition of its size. It's got very long legs and a very big body up at the it reminds me of all of the goofy birds, like ostrich, emu, etc. It's none of that. It's appropriate. It's more eagle-shaped. And the eaglitude of it is a large amount of the reason that I like. I just wanted to say the word eaglitude, frankly. Eagerificness. Apologies. Should have said that. Let's go with that memento. Deucer shifted. Poison, affliction, weakness. Yeah, pretty much what I had to imagine you would still be doing. That's your identity, baby. You don't change that. Not for no one. Time to unleash the tome. That crystal charge gets you almost dead. And then I can use another crystal charge to get you actually dead and set up crystal charge to be ready in the next fight. Yeah, so it's going to be after the Tonkaris fight that Grimoire levels up. Lance. Defense +1, healing +1? I don't think that's better than the Grimoire's drum at the moment. I mean, look, I might have missed it, but I'm heavily suspicious at this point that there is just straight up no Watcher at all this run. Which then immediately makes me suspicious that maybe there is like a cooldown. The Soul Altar. Let's release a Monta Soul. Oh my god. Allies gain aging and +1 damage for every 3 stacks of age on them. Start of combat, apply 1 power to all enemies, or no, start of combat, generate 2 wild ether. Honestly, pretty good, but I'm gonna take the aging gives you additional damage because boss fights go long. Witch! Wah! Like, you scream witch at him. I'm gonna replace Age of Fire. It's doing absolutely nothing for me. Well, actually, no. The creature still gets age. It doesn't need this for age now because of the altar. Synchronous aging, though. When you reach 5 ether of the same element, apply age and shields all allies with age for 3. Yep, boom. That's the synchronous I want. Alright, Tonkaris. Yeah, I mean this. Nothing else for me to do here. I'll collect that, and then it's time for you to die. Oh, hell yeah. It triggers our first age bonus. And then that giving age means I also get wild energy from it. Oh, this is silly. Hitting Unleashed Home on this turn doesn't matter as much as... having a ridiculous amount of wild energy. I already have 3 age stacks. If I hit you with Crystal Charge, I get my 4th, and then that 4th gives me my 5th. But I'll take the Ancient Blast, because I can do it. Oh. Triggers Ether Breath as well. Oh, we're getting so old so quickly. Oh, it's beautiful to see. Unleashed Home. Gemstone Crash is doing a lot of work right there. I am forgetting to use my Rod of Command at all, but also I really don't expect I'm going to need it. I'm going to use it to reactivate Starspawn this turn, because then I can hit an Energy Charm. And that's Unleashed Home ready, which I've already used Unleashed Home this turn. It's fine. Use Wild Perpetual so that I can score even more power with another Starbeam. All right, every round now there's going to be an AoE with weakness, so our offense gets a little shakier. It's got to be Wildflower Harvest just for the straight up damage of it all. Oh, Mudfling. It interrupts both actions? That's pretty good. Oh, that. pop an energy charm for some additional wild ether, and that's gonna matter. Because crystal charge strikes the enemy for 60 damage, but also gets an unleashed tome ready. Rod of Command unlocks the Grimoire again, allowing me now to use another unleashed tome this turn. I'll go with the Drown for more Purge. Just a bit more proactive Purge, I guess. Then definitely going to want Starspawn to drop a Star Beam. We're in a position where really I should just be hitting Crystal Charge again, I think, probably. I don't really need to get shielding on. Do I? No, I'll shield intentionally here. Good lot of shield we get from that. Yeah, so these basic attacks are 14 if they manage to connect with both. Here's the 100 hands. It's fine. The enemy's not scaling fast enough that I really care about their whole 400 health remaining. I'll Drift Guard, my free action. Yeah, Gemstone Crash does the same damage. It does the same Purge as well. But, or rather, it does the same Purge. It does more damage, but it also deals damage to me. That's fine. I can take that. Granted, I should probably also just be throwing out the Heroic Horn and stuff like that. I'm going to refresh them all after this fight anyway. Okay, so Icy Assault is already much more damage than Starbeam. That's huge. I'll use that. Good amount of stagger on the enemy there as well. Oh. Ancient Blasts hits enough times that all of the water protection is gone. I guess I'll also use Wild Ritual at the end of the turn. Something I never would have thought to do before, but it gives me a bunch of shield, and it also gives me the Aether to start acting at the start of the next turn immediately. Not bad. Okay. That's pretty concerning. I guess I really needed to prioritize Winter's Guard a lot higher there. Oh my god, I can use Ancient Blast as a free action? Stupid. That's daft. Well, there you go. 3x9, 4x13. And then I follow up with another 7x13. And then another 35, 4 by 29. I would really love a dust for 10 shield to all allies. That'd be a really good piece of equipment to take in the next area. Grimoire. Jewel Charm. Heal all allies for 5, shield all allies for 3. Not half bad. I don't use Scald. 2 by 3. I don't use Scald. That's fine. I think maybe it's +5 max health, honestly. I think the Grimoire probably needs more max health. Zoe gained 2 experience. Hell yeah, another level up. Unfortunately, I don't get to add this to all of my other stuff. And I don't think any of these are better than just the straight up additional HP for Zoe there as well. Poise Break, Hourglass of Undoing. I mean, Hourglass of Undoing is not bad. Weakens the enemy's corruption stuff they summon in the middle of the fight. Like Memento, useless at this point. I'll take the second Chromatic Scroll, it's good. I'll take Hourglass of Undoing, and then I'll probably just ride it out with as much. Yeah, it would have had to hit Starspawn 2 times at the very end there to get another level up for another 5 maximum HP for everyone. I've got to make sure I use Winter's Guard at the right times. It's been pretty scary when I haven't. And I unfortunately don't have the safety of one monster coming back after it dies, because that already happened to Starspawn in the Hecatonchirus fight. I skipped through that at this point because we've seen the dialogue. It's now just back to a repeated dialogue every time. Rude. Those are the minions that want to take multiple actions a turn. It's pretty rude of you to stop them from doing that. I mean, yeah, it's definitely still Wild Ritual. And I don't turn down Starbeam for a while, I don't think. And this is great. I can actually use... Why is... Oh, because it's doing wild damage? Sick. I can use this to take out a hand. Hell, I will Aethermancer Whip here to prevent the enemy from using that Blossoming Strike on this turn. And I can use Crystal Charge to add some age to myself. Which is some additional redirects. As well as additional damage. Every 3 stacks of age is kind of like another power right now. I love this chain. energy by 8 water fire against targets. Purge if they have burn, otherwise apply burn. Oh no, I'll just do the straight up purge. Drown him! I gotta say. Yeah, the Mudfling seems right. Purge off all of the big actions from the enemy for a while here. Okay. Energy Charm sets up breaking that hand off, and now I can fight you. Tough turn, bud. And I gotta say, if there's anything I'm not threatened by, it's AoE. I'm pretty much ready to do 2 Void Bursts. 21! You just applied 21 Terror to Starspawn on the top line because you got the age stacks of my creatures. That's a problem. That is a problem. If you ever directly, if you ever AoE attack and get him, it's already a problem. Oh boy, I'm concerned. Let's hit this Energy Charm. Gives us additional energy for the Starbeam. Hit against target enemy. Purge to Aether. Sure. But the correct target for that right now is Chernobyl. And then I generate additional Wild Ether. Good Ritual. We'll reactivate Starspawn. Do I still use Energy Charm in this instance where, yes, no, it's 2/7 of, it's 1 2/7 of an energy. Does the additional free action really help me? Yes, it does, because taking actions is a chance to generate power on this creature. Starbeam absolutely eviscerates the enemies. Follow up with a Crystal Charge for a giant amount of stagger on this enemy, and then another Crystal Charge for an even gianter amount. I also want to use Winter's Guard, though. Actually, I'm going to do it. I need to start getting rid of that vulnerability. Unfortunately, it's only 3 at a time. But I need to start getting rid of that debuff on Starspawn, otherwise AoE is just going to kill it. Ugh. One of Aids just is ready to immediately stagger the enemy. It's sick. Does some pretty good damage too. I would love this Ball Lightning to interrupt so it does the stagger the wall enemies. A little tough to set that up, though. I'll just throw this damage directly at the hand. Hell, I'll finish breaking the hand as well. I've got to free Zoe specifically because I can use Winter's Guard twice this turn, which is just a lot of debuff clears. Very much what we need. Although I'll take this opportunity also to reactivate and alchemical purchase to any ether if they have burn. No. Well, I mean, it's the same as the lava at the moment. 3/14 and applies 3 burn. How the enemy doesn't... Oh, of course, I was about to say, how the enemy doesn't have burn when I've been getting old? Yeah, because I removed that. Even if I purge 2 water off you, it doesn't really stop you? Let me take some stupid amount of wild ritual ether into the next turn. Oh, that vulnerability clearing. Oh, boy. Oh, it worked well. My damage against the boss isn't going great, though. Oh, this is perfect. Winter's Guard. And then I can use Ancient Blast to take out that hand. Because we've got enough age stacks for it to do so. And go Wind's Heist here to steal the enemy's Death Bloom. So Icy Assault is straight up 100 damage. I don't need to stop the enemy's Icy Assault this turn. It is being redirected, and it's being redirected to the right character to take it. Oh, but Mudfling. Oh, Mudfling. You gotta love a cascade of effects. I don't need to stagger this turn. At all. Guess it's probably about time I start just using Icy Assault consistently then. Yeah, those creatures don't have much HP. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get a stupid amount of... Oh, am I? Is that gonna happen this turn? Let's see. No, it didn't. Hell yeah. We're all good. Well, we'll definitely be using the AoE of it this turn. I guess unless Unleashed Tome has something to say about it. On interrupt, say 14 damage against all enemies. It's not bad. I forgot about that redirect. Really screwed me there. Oh well. Stop aim. Oh my god, I forgot to use the horn as well. Hell yeah. Ancient Blast is 4x11 fire, water against target enemy, and an additional 11 damage hit for every 3 age stacks. So that's another 4 additional hits. And that's using it for wild energy, staggers the enemy, bunch of damage. But now I get to use it for normal energy and do 8x18. Yeah, I'll start the turn with a stupid amount of Wild Ether. This has been handy. Speaking of handy, I'm pretty sure we're one turn away from another hand coming out. Yeah, that one's going to be stealing an action. Golden Age, actually, when you reach 4 age on a target, increase its age, but also clear 4 debuffs. That's probably how we got most of the debuffs down. I mean, 2x17, 4x17 rather, as well as Purge. Okay, take that. 4x27, apologies. It's a lot more impactful, right? Damn, we're getting close to just destroying. Actually, I'm also just gonna kill you. 45 damage, 39 by 5. And then directly 8 by 15 plus another 6 from Ancient Blast. Hell yeah! I was a little scared in this run at a couple of different points, targeting a single enemy, but that alchemical blast? No, the Ancient Blast really changed our fortunes. I'm excited not only to have now won this run, but also to be able to go back to town and with my 2 new unique mementos, be able to spend the rest of my Aether crystals, or at least the rest of the important ones. Regarding our last talk about humans, it is true that they performed heinous acts towards monsterkin. One must differentiate though. Humans committed these crimes, however, that doesn't mean no one condemned them. Some humans befriended monsterkin, keeping them out of slavery's grasp as long as they could, seeing them as equals, as all should have.
Really? Do you, by any chance, happen to know any?
A long time ago, yes. Though I've been traveling alone for centuries now. They all shouldn't be alive anymore, I reckon. If they were to have children, I bet they kept their moral code. Even for generations, I'm sure of it.
That still doesn't change my view of humans, though. They did unspeakable things, if not endorsed by all. But, for what it's worth, I thank you in sharing this. It means a lot to me. Thank you, Syrinx.
Always.
Now, let's get back to our duty, shall we?
Oh, I didn't even have anything to buy from you, but that is new text.
Dibs, or Sir Tiberian as he wants to be called, may seem like a real loony. But he's got heart. Doesn't matter who he is under that helmet, you hear me?
Let's make a deal, Gustavo. Anti-corruption meal upgrade number 2. It now cleanses 10 additional corruption. Granted, that replaces the previous one, so it's a total of 5 additional compared to where we are at the moment.
just about time for me to head back out into the void again. I wonder what I'll discover this time. It's quite fascinating how the abundance of ether changes the effects of various ingredients and potions. But don't worry, I still have time to help you out.
Let's establish a sailbound.
I gotta get Sir Cat, and I gotta get Nyx. Probably gonna start the next one with Nyx if I had anything to say about it, and I do. I do indeed.
Syrinx! That's not your place.
Finally! Welcome to my restaurant, my true pride and joy. In there, I've served tens of thousands of hungry customers. It feels good to finally be back, running this place again. Pilgrim's Rest is a bit more lively now, too. Finally, I can open for business again. At least from time to time. Though, I gotta say, I quite enjoy fighting in the field with you folks. Makes for a nice change of pace from my usual battles with empty stomachs. Maybe I'll hire some employees down the line again, teach them a thing or two, and get myself out during business hours. That sounds nice, actually. I think I'll do that.
You need to get back to your restaurant now. Oh, it isn't a new thing to shop from. I figured that maybe you came back to town because I filled the town with all of the characters, and then maybe you open another like late game shop for spending my ether crystals, but seems like wishful thinking, perhaps. I believe you should consider joining Aquelius, Syrinx. It is a marvel of progress among all places on Terrastate, a nation ruled by wisdom and conscience. Yeah, I already had this conversation with you, and I believe my answer is no and patooey. Monster Shrine reroll. Grants a Monster Shrine reroll once per run. You may reroll the selection of the Monster Shrine, forcing randomly reselecting all monsters available for rebirth. That's going to be really good. That's going to be very powerful. And that also means that save the final soulbound, final 2 soulbounds. Who the hell is that? Nosferatu, Mephisto, Shambler, Gargoyle, Domovoy, Grimoire. Who the hell is that? Oh, who? I can't actually even think of a character that could fill that place. Anyway, the Minakawa is the other final one that we'll have to get available in the next run. Until then, though, I'm going to stay up here for the scenic view and tell you that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Trainer Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. I also do Monster Train. If you're interested, you can find that on the channel. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past the names of the people's generously supporting Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody Plays. Adorable to thank to. And special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves. Hopefully see you next time.